Welcome back to Kansas. It is the Garou Vinny this time. We have Alexandra, Lita, Endures, and Caroline all in the sept, and we also may be talking about Endures joining the pack, but we have to decide that. And go.
All I'm saying is sometimes scorched earth is a good idea.
Endures will walk up to whoever you and whoever you're talking to.
Okay, who's you?
Endures.
No, but you said whoever is gonna come up to you.
Yeah.
Say the characters' names. Don't say you.
Alexia. Alex.
Alexandra. You could just call
Alexandra.
her Alex. Yeah,
Alexandra.
you're just fine with Alex.
Alex. Okay. Endures is going to walk up to Alex and whoever Alex is talking to.
She's talking to Caroline, and they're on their way over to Lita right now.
Okay.
So
Lita's probably sitting by a tree, working with some sort of leather by herself.
So we need to really figure out about that whole Pentex thing.
I mean,
Basically, as they're walking.
I mean, all right. Let's get one thing straight. The end of the story is going to be the same, and then we destroyed them. The only thing that's discussed is the lead up to that.
True. Basically, all we have to remember is that we're going to kill them all, right?
Essentially, yes.
I figured you'd say that.
Depending on what we find. Since I have promised that I will keep an open mind. She kind of rolls her eyes.
I mean, it is Pentex, so I don't expect anything good.
Yo, Lita.
Lita very quickly finishes up what she's doing, shoves her leather work stuff in her bag, and looks over.
We may finally
Hey.
find a thing.
Oh?
Yeah.
We may get to kill stuff.
She practically jumps up for fucking joy, and bounds over to you, to you guys. You mean I actually get to wet my claws?
Yep. Pentex is in town.
Right? Because I've been living a fucking Hallmark movie. So ready.
What's Hallmark?
Some fucking.
Oh, by the way, this is Endures. He, the person I was talking about.
Yeah, I believe I've met Alex and Lita before, right?
Lita smiles at Endures. Indeed, you taught me the rite of cleansing.
Ah, yes.
That's always a good rite to learn.
I figured I should learn something.
Caroline's just nodding her head.
Anyways, I heard some people were trying to form a pack.
Yes, myself, Alexandra, and Caroline have decided to form a pack.
Oh, it's kind of like that story I read about the Valkyries. Huh.
What story?
Oh, I heard it from one of the kinfolks.
Enlighten me.
Well, apparently there was this Nordic god who had female warriors as his shield maidens, and they would bring back fallen soldiers from the battlefield.
Wait, did you describe us as shoe maidens?
Shield maidens.
Shield. Sorry.
Anybody else joining your pack?
Just
Not
us
yet.
for now.
Okay. Who were you planning on asking to be your totem?
We haven't quite figured that out yet.
I mentioned black unicorn. Somebody mentioned bear.
I know with damn it, I want to call him Lothgar's largest, but I don't think that's right. Out of character, was that the name of the werewolf PC? Lothgar's largest, or
Oh, what's going on?
the name of the PC that had Wolverine as his spirit heritage.
I believe so.
Okay. I know with Lothgar though, before he up and left, we were thinking about Wolverine.
Caroline just kind of like looks back and forth, and she's like, I think I dealt with Lothgar enough to realize that probably wouldn't be a good fit for me.
Okay. Well, it's just a suggestion.
As welcome as suggestions are, I know I at least would rather deal with the spirit that I'm at least somewhat familiar with.
Fair enough. And what spirits are you familiar with?
Well, there's Grandfather Thunder, obviously. Out of character, even though he's the worst totem in the game.
Yes, he is.
Caroline looks over at you and she's like we also agreed on, we're not taking him as a totem.
I know. His question was, what spirits are you familiar with, not which spirits are you considering for a pack.
Well, in that case, I'm familiar with Unicorn, of course.
As am I.
And I'm familiar with Pegasus.
Oh, from that kitchen. Wait, no, hold on. From Pegasus.
She kind of glares at Endures the Nightmare.
Yeah, what was it? What was it he said? I didn't catch that.
I didn't either.
I was sitting around with some kinfolk cubs one day, and they were watching on the Weaver box some movie called Hercules.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she just glares at him.
Caroline covers her mouth and she's just like, you can tell she's obviously smiling.
Trent will make his way up and look over the group. So, are you guys having a party and not inviting everyone else? That seems highly unfun and unfair.
VIPs only. Still get a soft smile.
I don't know if you hadn't read the title that I usually have to carry around this set. I am a VIP around here. And he'll tip his hat and give a wink.
Lita's giving a look like, who the fuck is this jackass?
Caroline just kind of eyeing him up and down, like, okay.
And she is very much not pleased by the number of men that have just appeared in front of her. Um, like, she says, "Who are you? I don't know who you are."
Trent.
Trent. Anything else?
Trent, Nevada.
Okay.
He's the honored Ragabash, as far as I can gather.
Honored Ragabash.
How can a Ragabash be honored?
I don't know. You ask him.
He gets a little puffy, like this faux offended posture.
I'm
Well,
pretty
clearly,
sure.
someone felt it was something that should be honored, so it is.
Okay. Well, that didn't really answer anything.
You put a question there. I put words after it. It's answered.
Caroline just kind of looks over at Alexandra like, the fuck?
Then someone isn't going to introduce themselves.
Okay. She looks over at Trent and she's like, okay.
I think, one brief insertion. I think the only person here that knows that Trent isn't is, I want to say Tim's character, but I can't recall.
Yeah,
It's been so long since he's been in a scene.
Yeah, she actually like knows him. That's why she's kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if I'd figured out in character or not, but
I can't remember if Lita had, but I know for certain the two children of Gaia are oblivious as shit.
okay.
No, I don't think Lita knows, but she's gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. I do forget though what set position Trent has.
Trent doesn't technically have a position. He just is an honored guest.
Okay.
In other words, please don't bludgeon him.
Yeah, so Alexandra will turn to the rest of the group and she'll say, this is, as he has already stated, Trent. He is a rather direct descendant of Coyote, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. Can you be a little bit more clear?
Caroline just kind of like, her eyes narrow a little bit and just kind of looks at him.
If you got the Lord to understand what he's saying.
I do not.
Wait, do you not have spirit lore?
Nope.
Oh, well, she's just narrowing his eyes at him. Like, oh, Coyote. Oh.
I mean, if you want to take the spirit lore, yeah, you could interpret that she's saying that he has spirit hair and Coyote. Sure, go for it.
Well, you are an honored guest, so my name is Caroline Blanc, also known as Sleeping Willow, child of Gaia, Theurge, Hamid, Cliath.
Cool.
Trent, do we really need to redo this introduction?
Only if you feel like you need to.
I think we're both big enough men to not do that.
I mean, that depends if you just want to swing your dick all over the place like that.
No thanks, I'm good. Do you?
Oh, come on. It's fun, isn't it? It's fun. That's why she does it, pointing over at the Shadow Lord.
Lita is looking at Alexandra like, Please explain this.
Caroline is visibly embarrassed. Her cheeks are bright red, and she's just kind of like, "What did they just say?"
I actually didn't catch that. I'm sorry. I thought y'all were talking OOC.
That was in character. Endures was like, we don't have to go through this introduction all over again. We've already introduced ourselves. And Trent said, I mean, not really, but, you know, you're not going to swing your dick around like that. I mean, everyone else is. And he's like, no, I'd rather not. It's like, oh, come on, it's fun. It's why she does it, pointing over at your character, Tim.
Oh,
So you have
Alexandra will be. I mean, I do have to show off the biggest one, obviously. Have to put all the other men to shame.
Where are you going to fit it these days?
Well, I'll probably find someone's mouth.
Caroline's whole face is bright red right now. She's like, "Oh my god."
Lita's not blushing, but she definitely does not like this course of conversation.
I kind
Who's the lucky gent? He'll keep going with the conversation because it seems to be blustering too. It's like, who's the lucky gent this day of the week?
Hey, no one here because no metis. Definitely no metis. Fuck that.
Endures will get a confused look on his face. How does introductions play into dick sizes and coitus?
Oh, for humans, quite a bit.
Gotta lay that dick out on the table. Make sure it measures up longer than everyone else's.
Yep.
I'll kind of just turn to Lita and say, "Is he serious?"
Well,
Oops,
if
serious.
if he's a ragabash like you say, then more than likely not.
No. He's a child of Coyote. As in, if he were to shift right now, he would turn into a coyote.
So
Okay.
wait, he's not a Garou.
And the answer on the survey is no.
What?
Caroline groans.
All right. That's interesting. Why are you here?
Because this is his dad's
Well,
here.
Coyote is the totem spirit for this sept.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that out of character.
I mean, that could totally.
If you want to reel that back in, I'll let you, since you out of character didn't.
Yeah, out of character, I never knew what the sept totem was.
Except Totem's Coyote.
Yeah, that is why Alex has been significantly chiller with this than she otherwise may be.
All right, then Lita would know, so just, yeah, ignore what she said. She'll be like, "Oh, okay then."
Well,
But yeah,
Caroline will.
go ahead.
Caroline will basically be like, "Well, to be fair, there are plenty of packs around here with Coyote. It is the sept, so."
But yeah, back to my point. I don't know human customs that well, and I've heard it like a few times, but I've never actually seen it done in practice.
Well,
He's still talking to Lita.
no.
Somebody really needs to teach this lupus.
Volunteer.
No, thank you.
Oh, come on. This is my duty before all things. Teaching.
I think he would be a bad influence.
From what I've heard,
Yes, that is exactly why I should teach him.
From what I've heard from you, Trent, you like to
Oh, you're gonna call me a bad influence? Oh, please.
drink alcohol and talk big of sex. I'm not quite sure how that fits into teaching me anything of value for how humans interact.
Oh yeah. When were you two planning to hash it out? I know you both wanted to be the Sept pack leader. I'm not the Sept, the pack leader. Although I'm pretty sure Alexandra would definitely want to be the pack leader. She laughs.
I mean, the way that I see it, this is just a challenge.
Should I get the popcorn again?
Yeah, can you bring the A one too? That tasted nice.
We'll look to Lita and we'll look to Lita and smile, and she'll say, "So how shall we handle this?"
Well, I mean, we could just fight it out.
Fair with me.
So,
Honestly, out of character, I know how many dice Lita rolls. I also actively prefer Lita as alpha. Do we want to go through that whole thing?
we don't have to roll dice. We can just kind of narrate it out and say that Lita wins if you want.
Yeah, it's up to you, Sean. Is that cool with you?
That works, whichever way you want to do it.
All right.
All right, cool.
Yeah, the way you want to do. I mean, I'm here to handle that if you want to handle it the other way, but works best for the players. No.
So, all right. They go ahead and fight. It stands to mention Alexandra's kind of a savage.
Lita herself can also be quite brutal. She is definitely not she won't hold back, as this is very important to her, and she needs to prove that she is better. So she won't show any mercy per se. She'll do whatever in the parameters that they have set, which I believe is fist fight and homid. So
Yeah, it would be fist fighting Hamid. I'm imagining more than a few crotch shots happen.
oh, for sure, and titty shots too. Oh, for sure.
I'm just wincing.
Go at each other, and eventually, I'll just say that it's probably even for a little while. Eventually, Lita will get Alexandra on the ground, and she'll straddle her and get into her face. I'm better than you, and punch her out.
All right.
At which point I'll just turn back to Trent and say, does this happen often?
Yeah, I mean, usually people record it, but
like, I usually see males fighting, but I haven't really seen any displays of female violence.
Someone clearly has never heard the words cat fight.
Also,
They are
haven't
cats.
been Garou for very long, as Alexandra starts to wake the fuck up.
You'll wake up to see that Caroline is patching your eye up a little bit, like she's like dabbing it, cleaning it out.
Lita's already over and endures the nightmares. Is he in Hamid or Lupus form?
Me, I'm in Hamid.
Okay, so she kind of goes over to him and steadies him, and she goes, "You've obviously never met a Black Fury."
No, I haven't.
I guarantee you we are more brutal than almost any male you will ever come across.
Yeah, I've only heard stories of Black Furies.
And she's still like, she is very like, breathing heavy and still kind of riled up from the fight with Alexandra. So she is just like,
She's probably feeling herself.
She's very feeling herself, but she's not looking like that she's gonna punch Endures the Nightmares or anything. But she's just making sure that he knows that women are more than capable of.
Oh, he wasn't asking about that. He was just curious because, in the human world, you never actually see women fighting. It's usually just the men. And it's same in pretty much the animal kingdom. None of the females really fight unless it's a species-specific thing. So that's what he was trying to get at. Sorry, out of character comment.
I mean, well, okay. Let's pull back in. Like, rather than, clarifying things, let's just kind of play it out, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, Lita was all she's doing is just women fight before. You've obviously never met a Black Fury.
Yeah.
Or any female Garou.
Alexandra will, though, wave off Caroline, slow shift to Glabro.
At which point, Endurus will just say, in my experience living with the wolves, I haven't seen any females of the species really fight. And I haven't really seen any human females fight either. It's usually the men that get all puffy chest and bare their teeth.
She'll pat the top of his head. I'll take you to a bar.
She's already kind of, it's the whole puffy chest thing. She's already there, so clearly women are excellent fighters. They puff chest, they don't even have to puff out to get it.
Lita will actually laugh at that. She'll kind of give him a nod like, "You're right, though."
Caroline's actually laughing at that, too.
I don't get it. Why are you talking about something used for feeding cubs?
Oh,
and she'll say,
more than just feeding. Alexandra's laughing.
Caroline looks at you and she's like, they're sometimes more deadly than fists.
What?
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, you smother someone to death with them.
Anyway, she's going to explain to Endures the Nightmares. Garou settle discrepancies, whether they're male or female, with displays of, I don't like to use the word dominance per se, but challenges to settle disputes, determine who's going to be alpha of a pack, and things like that. It's not always fighting, but I was asked how I wanted to, that's what I chose. Because that's, as an Arun, is what I'm very comfortable with.
Okay. Well, I have nothing against that. Just, as I mentioned, I haven't seen it very often. So it's very, it's a new experience.
Watch the Sept more. You'll see it probably more often than.
Okay.
We are all born under a different auspice, and it takes part. Like, it doesn't matter if you're male or female.
Again, I wasn't saying anything about a female's ability to hold their own in battle. I would hope they do. Just, I haven't seen it that often.
Which is
Best
fine.
way to put
You
you
will.
folks simply is you all bring a roll of quarters to a punch-out machine.
Lita will go back to Alexandra, and she'll give her a hug. Say it was a good fight.
Yep. As she hugs, Alexandra is just going to whisper, "You have a Shadow Lord's loyalty. Be proud of yourself for that."
Lita will smile very wide. And she's pretty sure that that's probably a backhanded compliment, but she's gonna take it anyway.
It really
She doesn't care. She's a
Your
Shadow
tribe's
Lord.
reputation precedes you, Tim.
Yeah, it does.
She's like, anyway, and she said, "You'll be a good beta."
She nods.
Ouch.
Like, all right, looks like I am alpha of the pack, and Alexandra is a beta. Now we just need a name.
Laughing Gales.
Alright, Alexandra.
What?
The Golden Girls.
Caroline gives side eye.
Side eye, major side eye at the fucking coyote.
You get side eye for all the girls. If you say that, somebody's gonna punch you.
I'm here till Thursday.
No, Endurance would not say any of those because he's not as cultured. He might say Powerpuff Girls, but yeah, no.
Perhaps we can work out a name after we have succeeded in this first mission then?
I think that would be best. I think we should see how we work together and things like that, and then we can determine a name. And
Even
perhaps
determined to pack to
Now, what about him? Caroline will like point her thumb over to Endurus.
what about him?
What do you think?
I think he's a little scrawny, but otherwise, you know. Coming from
Lita
the,
kind of shrugged.
you know, coming from the intuition that's probably 170 soaking wet.
God. Lita kind of shrugs her shoulders and look.
Scrawny? Are you saying that I can't hold my own in a fight?
Maybe the two of you should fight.
I'm just saying that I'm not saying that you can't hold your own in a fight. I'm just saying that a rail is an apt comparison, maybe.
I'm not.
A rail can hit you hard.
Lita will say, I'm not ready to make a decision on adding more pack members just yet. It's something that needs to take a little time. I'm comfortable with the three of us. We'll see how we work together, and then we'll see.
Have
Caroline
you guys found
nods.
the spirit yet?
Not
What
Coyote.
did you say, Sean?
Why not?
He said, did you decide on a spirit yet? And Caroline said, not Coyote.
Lita nods profusely. Not Coyote.
Why not?
What would be the bands for Pegasus, anyways?
I do not have the book in front of me to determine that. Coyote. What about Raven?
Isn't that just as bad?
Like, Alexandra looks over to Caroline. No, not by any means.
Okay. How about Owl? Owl or he may be strong, but I mean he may be small, but he's pretty strong. Hummingbird?
Lita actually kind of.
Where is this freaking book?
And she'll say, I was actually contemplating suggesting Hummingbird.
What do you think, Alexandra?
I am unfamiliar with what Hummingbird demands of his followers.
A point of gnosis some gnosis every day.
That could get kind of brutal kind of fast.
Out of character, Sam and I have Hummingbird in another pack, and we know how to deal with that. So
Alexandra will look over to Lita and say, I will make sure that is paid each day. That is what you choose.
I think we can maybe take turns. No one should have to carry that burden alone. We are a pack after all.
We're all part of the burden.
But Hummingbird is fast and strong, and I think that we would serve our pack well, and we'd serve him well. Or it. Her. I think Hummingbird should be a her.
I think so too.
Hummingbird is indifferent.
I know. I mean, most pack totems actually take on traits of their pack, so
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this Hummingbird's gonna be the sassiest chick. Oh my god.
yes.
Give me all the gnosis, bitches.
Bitch, that's all you giving me?
For sure.
All right.
Where is Hummingbird, by the way? It's not.
Hummingbird is in Uctena's. Hummingbirds in Uctena's brood.
Okay.
Which does kind of make sense. There are quite a few Uctenas on the set.
Yeah, it's no kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a mixed set, but I mean, the primary tribes right now are Uctena and Child of Gaia.
Oh, that was Fiona. Okay.
Oh, hey, that's familiar.
There's some Fiona in there too, but the two prime players
Dominant.
and all. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Cool beans.
I mean, the leader of the sept is Child of Gaia, so.
I take pride in that Sept Alpha's deed name. It is beautiful.
What is it?
Not peacekeeper, peacemaker.
Oh,
Child of
yes.
Gaia, Arun.
That's awesome. I like that.
So Alexandra will look to Lita and ask, where would you prefer us to live? In the forest or somewhere in the city? Or just on set?
I would like to remain on Sept for now.
I will make sure.
I'm not keen on really living in the city. If we want to move off Sept, maybe we can find a compromise spot between city and not.
You're more than welcome to come to my home that I'm renting.
And where is that?
It's close to Sept, not too far away.
Someplace out in the country.
Okay. So is it out in a rural area, or is it in a town?
It's rural. I grow plants in my backyard. I had
Okay.
to ask the landlord.
I would be open to that if you're okay with your pack living with you. Because I
That's fine by me.
think that the pack should stick together.
As long as we all pitch in, it should. I think it would be wonderful.
Lita will nod. She'll look to Alexandra.
That is, of course, acceptable to me.
All right, then. We have a plan. And I think that we have a totem to go after at some point.
Indeed.
Lita will smile. She feels like it's been a very productive afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is.
Trent can't help but feel a little disappointed that his cheerleading didn't work.
Oh.
Caroline will kind of smile over at Lita and be like, "Well, now that you've conquered one battle, we can conquer our battle to Pentex."
Yes, we will. We will make sure that they don't see the sun again.
Agreed.
Do we know where this... Is it a compound or some fields? What will we be dealing with?
It's on the college campus.
I believe their subsidiary is Dragon Valley as well, if I remember reading that correctly.
Out of character, I'm not sure what that is.
Out of character, the I can't remember what here. I can look up that blue book. I know exactly what I sent Chris. Give me a bit, and I can give you. Hey, you just frickin' get your claws somewhere else other than my frickin'. Glad I'm wearing jeans. Crazy sometimes. I'm gonna cloth across some of my pants. Don't you even. And why do you insist on being in my lap? Go away.
Pet me, love on me. You're paying attention to this computer thing. It's warm. I want to lay on it. Why aren't you paying attention to me?
Let's see here. The hard drives from the place that you guys went to on campus was it is a King Brewery's testing operation. Some of the other companies involved are King Spirits, Tentacles Ales, and Dragon Valley Wines.
Which she will tell you because she has eidetic memory and she read the stuff that was on Dusty's computer.
They're working on GMO modified products and testing certain grapevines for possible hops and wine production in Kansas.
Yep, Alexandra will nod, and the next question she asks is then, so we will be dealing with someplace in the city then?
Yes. Actually, I have an idea. If Endures is can prove himself, maybe then after he proves himself by helping us, we can decide whether or not he is capable to join the pack.
Alexandra will look to Lita, and she'll say, "It's your call." If I can offer my my 2 cents.
It doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
But what matters is competence. If he is not an
Well,
idiot,
I'd like to hear your opinion.
she'll look up. She'll say if he's not an idiot, and she'll look over to Endures and say, "No offense, I do not believe you are, but let's be
I'm
stated."
taken.
Then, bottom line, there's not quite enough of us cleats yet to warrant separating one another and turning one another away. If they can bring something to the table, then it should at least be looked at.
She takes a deep breath. We're right about that. So, if he's willing to help us and self to be capable and competent, I don't see why he couldn't join our pack. Probably wouldn't hurt us to have more than one theurge as well.
Caroline smiles
So-
softly at Endures.
Join us on the mission, and afterwards we'll make a decision. She says that directly to Endures the Nightmares.
And then she says, Caroline will say, and if you get Oliver to join, that's bonus points.
Oliver? Who's Oliver?
Oliver, he is a Stargazer Philodox. He's fairly new.
Oh, sorry, out of character, I derped. That's, Kim's
Okay.
character.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I derped.
Oh. Alex, look over to Lita and say, I may not be a ragabash, so I'm not the best at recon. However, I am good at talking to people, and if this place is somewhere urban, and it was mentioned it was in the university, correct?
Yes. I've been there before.
Is that the one that we were at last time?
Yes. Although I don't know why we would be going back, other than to gather more of that Weaver stuff.
I
Hard
would
drives?
I would personally be going to gather information and find threats for us to prioritize.
Just a minor point of order if you guys do plan on going back. You've got a wonderful time window of summer semester is ended and fall semester isn't quite here yet.
Not a lot of people will be over there.
But fall semester starts in 2 weeks, so I wouldn't drag feet on it either.
Okay. Lita's gonna. So I thought that we got everything the last time we were there.
You guys got information, the hard drives and everything. So I don't. It's totally on you guys. Are you going in for Falcon Punch or nosing around it? That's on you guys.
If Lita's gonna say she's gonna say, I'm pretty sure that we got all the information we needed. I think we should just go in and clean house.
Okay.
We have three of us who know rite of cleansing as well, so that should be helpful.
I don't particularly like the idea of attacking hubs. These students, as they've been called. It just doesn't sit right with me.
That doesn't mean that we're going to attack them.
Well, we're not attacking students. We're taking out the threat.
It's been said that the students have been working with Pentex.
Oh, well, in that case, guilty by association, I'm sorry to say.
That's not on us. There's There's the bigger picture. If they have gotten themselves involved in something like this, it can threaten more people than just themselves.
It can spread, and we don't need the Pentex influence spreading beyond the school. Everyone involved with Pentex should be taken out.
I will do it, but again, it doesn't sit well with me killing these students or cubs.
Let me try and break this down in terms you might be able to. If one of your cubs becomes sick, rabid, would you spare them because they are young, or would you take them down because they are a threat to your family?
I would take them down because it would be a mercy to them.
Exactly. If these students, these kids, are corrupted by Pentex and the worm, we are doing them a service by putting them out of their misery and freeing them from the influence that they are under.
Not only that, those that fall will serve as an example to those that consider doing it.
If they even understand that that's wrong.
They may not, but I'd like to not take any chances.
Well, then there's a lesson to be taught there, then. It's the question of if the right message comes across, then, at that point.
This is true. I can't believe I'm agreeing with you. She just kind of is a little bit in disbelief with herself.
Like I said, we're all about teaching. Now, the message delivered is tricky in this case, I guess. Because if you just blow up the place, it might get written off as just some crazy wahoos, and they'll just go back to doing what they're doing.
I'd also like to point out that you mentioned how bringing it down to my level. Well, let me continue to use an example on my level. If another pack attacked my cubs, I would be very irate. As far as I am aware, these students come from many packs, many families, many groups of people. I am not quite sure they would take too kindly with us attacking their students. I know I would not I would not react very well if another wolf pack attacked my cubs.
You must understand, these are not wolves. They are not on the same level as us. This is not equal versus equal. This is us versus the enemy. They come from families, but as Garou, we have hard decisions to make. And we must look at the bigger picture. And we have to make decisions that we might not necessarily be comfortable with. I'm not happy about the fact of going in and killing a bunch of college kids. I'm not. But if that's what needs to be done, then I am willing to do it. Because at the end of the day, we have to be willing to do what is right for the nation and for Gaia.
Of course. And I will do it as well.
Lita smiles.
Caroline
Kind
smiles
of
softly.
Meekly, or softly, yeah. It's not a genuine, like, happy smile. It's more of an understanding smile.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though,
I just wanted to express my discomfort before we went in and express it there.
That is fair.
Lita will nod. I appreciate that for sure.
We also really don't know what kind of situation we're going to end up in until we go there.
This is true.
That being said, though, I think my alpha agrees with me when I say expect the worst but hope for the best.
Lita nods. Yes, exactly.
Caroline
We will
smiles
try and
at
mitigate casualties. If we can mitigate casualties, we will. If we can save some of them, we will. If it's possible to break whatever influence they're under, we will try. But
I mean, both me
we have to
and,
prepare for the worst.
We
Didn't I teach, out of character, didn't I teach Lita Rite of Cleansing?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so
yeah,
both me and you, Lita, both know Rite of Cleansing.
and I as well, which I had mentioned before.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that we shouldn't kill them, but I'm just saying we should try at least to cleanse them of their of this taint. And if we are unable to get rid of it, then we resort to killing them.
I'm able to sense the level of worm taint, and if it's possible to be cleansed out, then we will try. If it's not, then we won't have a choice.
It works.
On other news, I just remembered when I went to Gage Park, did anybody happen to figure out what happened to the lion who was tainted?
I'm sorry, I've been out of the loop. I haven't been.
That reminds me.
Oh, let it all come forth now, all at once. Yes! All the wonderful pranks that the Sept will be doing. Fantastic.
What happened at Gage Park?
Well, there was the explosion. Everybody knows about that. But
I was just going to say I at least have found, well, I got a piece of information that may tell us who caused the explosion.
No.
really,
She'll look to Lita and she'll say, remember that interesting set of people that we had met?
Yes.
Well, it seems the woman Elizabeth has come through with something. As Alexandra's going to pull out her phone. And hold on. Tim's going to copy and paste this because Tim can't actually pronounce this. Because Alexandra
Those
probably
names
just...
came from Chris, and when I first got him too, I was like, the fuck did you just send me, Chris?
Yeah. Where's Evan?
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
fantastic.
I was thinking this was just going to be like a Cody Caleb thing, and I'm just like, God damn it.
No. This is something else. Don't worry about it, bro.
This is something else.
It's that.
Anyone here with spirit lore?
I have spirit lore.
What level?
1.
All right. Well, 1, you can't really tell too much. You can't really like. Level 1 is kind of hard to do anything with, but those definitely are like. It's a name mixed with a concept, so you're definitely for sure. These are spirits, at the very least.
Second void of a singularity inside a spider web.
Yep, concepts and ideas and mixed in with words. That is definitely a spirit.
Those are all spirits.
There's two.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
spirits.
there's two spirits, Fiorin and Necht.
You're not sure what kind, though.
Well, I take it if they blew up the park, not good ones.
That much is obvious, but we need to know what we're dealing with.
Have you brought up the names with anybody who knows a lot about spirits?
Not yet. I wanted to bring it up with my pack first.
Thank you.
We should
Alternatively,
definitely.
you could poke it with a stick.
Although that is a fantastic idea, Mr. Trent, I'm not sure that that would yield the results we want.
Hey, Trent, I heard of...
Make it a really long stick, then.
I heard Lochner's largest howling and yowling about a lost hill. Would you happen to know anything about that?
The dummy got pricked by the worm. And he just rolls over cackling.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Could it be the same worm thing? I'm not quite sure if it was a spirit. That these things are, these names are attached to?
Well, from what I understood, he was a Bane, so he was in fact a spirit.
What was a Bane?
The lost kill in question that they thought was a Ronin.
Oh, okay. As I said, I've only heard very little about it, so I don't know exactly what went on or what it was.
Oh dear, there's a lot of messages that have happened.
Well, what I was talking about was, with the explosion, there was also a tainted lion. And I mentioned that we should look for the lion because it could not be purified, and I had to find the source, but the lion was missing.
Well,
Okay, yeah, the zoo pin has been closed back up, so the lions are actually back. The two that were there, they're back now. Should be.
Oh, but they're back now apparently. So I want
That would be
if we-
published news.
I thought there were 5 lions and 3 of them got out.
3 of them got out, but when the zoo closed, they took the lions out of the exhibit because, it kind of had a vehicle go through it. And so until the exhibit was repaired, the lions were elsewhere and then brought back.
Okay. So all 5 of them are back?
No, just the 2 that were still there.
Okay.
3 are still missing. Still missing.
Oh, well, there's some lions that are missing, so I assume those are the ones that we're looking for.
Well, I'm not quite sure how humans do it, but wouldn't lions prowling around be pretty noticeable?
That's what I would think.
That's
Nah, you
Yeah,
can just
there's
hide them
no
in your
news.
pocket.
that's
You would think, so.
that definitely.
But
means
it has been, yeah. What could take a lion and then make them worm tainted?
That is a very good question.
I know what Lita's automatic response would be. She would automatically blame the leeches. So she's gonna say leeches.
Yeah, Sean, I have Vampire Lore 1. I can blame the leeches.
You have a vampire lore. That is a vast, cavernous gap between vampire lore and kindred lore. But yes, you may blame the leeches if you'd like.
I mean,
But
as Garou, we blame lots of things on the leeches, whether it's true or not. So, Lita's going to blame the leeches.
I mean, I don't think spirits or bane spirits would have any use for lions. So the only baney, wormy thing that I can think of is leeches.
Agreed.
those poor lions. How can they do that to them? You see Caroline like clutching her fist.
If it's the leeches, then they don't care about anything at all. None of, from what I've seen, none of them even. No, they don't have any disregard for anything or any regard for anything. They disregard everything.
Well, from what I understand, they're undead, so they don't have any concept of life, I suppose.
That's leeches
No.
are the worm just skin riding a corpse, so you're kind of right.
Sage not.
Well, if we happen to see the lions, I say it, we kill the vampire on sight.
I mean, wasn't that what we were going to do anyways?
I mean that's yeah. There's no question about that one, Caroline. She kind of pats her on the head.
No, you just brought the vampire and send it back to whence it came.
Yeah, no, walk up to the vampire. Hey, Mr. Vampire, can I have your lion? No, fuck that. Goodbye.
No, what-
But I doubt we would find anybody walking around with lions. That would cause some.
Well,
So
I'm sure
where
not
would-
even they are that stupid. So we need to figure out where they're hiding it.
Yeah, where
That-
would they hide lions?
It is a big state.
It's Kansas. A tornado shelter, maybe?
We're talking somewhere that ultimately is going to be someplace you can hold 3 fucking lions. And some.
Have you seen some people's... Have you seen some people's tornado shelters? Some of them are like bomb bunkers.
You're absolutely right. And this brings me to my next one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That allows easy. Oh, of course. It's fine. Someplace that allows easy transport of meat and food. They have to be keeping these lions alive if they're still alive.
True. Meat packing plant? Is there one of those around, maybe?
Kansas City?
How far is that?
2 hours. To the east.
That's feasible. But that's going to be...
But then
there
again,
can't
we
be
also
that
don't
many
know
meat
where
packing
they're-
plants. How many meat packing plants would there be in Kansas City?
In and out of
Out of character.
Yeah,
No idea.
in and out of character. I
Probably
just know
one.
Kansas City.
Knows how to use the internet thing.
I know how to use them.
In character, I don't.
Didn't you have a kinfolk that's all big on the
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
we got
talking
that
about
Glasswalker
Dusty?
kin.
Dusty,
Yes.
who showed me the information from earlier?
Lita remembers him. Oh, yes, the Glasswalker kin. But, Alexandra, you know how to use the internet thing, don't you?
Yes. I know how to use the
Well,
internet.
can't you look up meat packing plants in Kansas City?
I
That
can.
should be
As
easy
she's
enough, right?
She's already typing on her phone.
I'm curious. Which point as she's typing on the phone, Trent leans over her shoulder and is like, "What do you pay to get a signal out here?"
Yeah, no, it's going to be like 15 minutes of waiting, TBH.
And secondary question, what Weaver spirit do you bend over the table for that coverage?
Not for a Weaver spirit. Fuck that. I'll let the Glasswalkers handle that shit.
Well, I wasn't implying you were the one getting fucked.
Fair enough.
Lita goes, oh.
She seems much more okay with this now that she may be on top.
Again, Endurus will kind of just get a weird look. What are you ladies talking about?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. She'll look to Lita and then look to the Theurges. No, look back to Lita, look back at the Theurges. Why don't they summon a lion spirit and ask it?
That's not a bad idea. Because lion spirits can find their own, right?
Well,
Or would at least have some information on what might happen, what might have happened if they're in danger, if they are worm tainted.
so, okay.
This is gonna hurt.
Out of character, I can just talk to one, or no, I don't have
Summoning requires, yeah, right.
You also need to summon that shit.
Sean!
Yeah, you would have to learn Rite of Summoning.
Spirit Magnet.
It doesn't work from Africa.
Yeah, no.
Caroline will kind of look at them both, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I'm still a new Theurge, but I plan to learn Rite of Summoning."
Then we'll have to do this more the old-fashioned way. It was a good idea.
Doesn't the head Theurge on the Sept know Rite of Summoning?
Probably, but what would we have to do to get them to help us? Or just Cleos?
Ask.
And they're probably really busy just us, Cliath, to walk up to. I doubt they would help us.
Well, that's why we offer something to them.
What do you suggest?
Asking?
Oh, I meant for offering. You don't just ask without having something in return, especially to someone that high of station.
Back in my home set, the way we would generally do things is either you offer something concrete, such as generally talents, to whomever you want to learn the rite from, or you perform some sort of service for them.
Lita suddenly, it dawns on her. I craft leather armor. And really anything else out of leather you can think of, I can make.
It is definitely something we can leverage. Since
I
after
can make
all,
bags, I can make water skins, I can make whatever.
If you offer a good enough one to a Theurge, they may want to use it to craft some sort of fetish. Which
out of character, what are they? Child of Gaia?
The
one who knows Rite of Summoning.
Well, you have two Theurges to pick from on the Sept, and one's a Fianna and one's an Uktena. The Uktena is the one who's the higher ranking.
What ranks the Fianna?
Fostern.
Oh, the Foster, yeah, no. All right.
We'll probably want to... Yeah. Would we want to go to the Fostern or would we want to go to the Uktena?
I believe the Uktena is rank 3, I believe.
Okay, so Fostern or Adrian?
Yes.
I can offer them herbs. She'll do air quotes.
Oh dear. No, see,
boy.
Trent will go to Caroline and be like, see, that would work if you were going to talk to Grins. Grins is not a Theurge. Grins is a Ragabash.
I don't.
Again.
I'm not sure. Maybe if you had some peyote for the Uktena, that might work. But
Could also see
Let me check.
some kind of good brew for the Fiona as well.
that's what I was decent friends with the Fiona that was here. Out of character, I can't remember her name. Oh, Siobhan.
Yeah.
With Siobhan, and yeah, I think alcohol and probably offer of making something that they can make into a fetish would probably be.
Sean, would Caroline have peyote? I know she took some buds from some certain buds from the sorcerers before, like from plants.
Peyote, unless it's for provable religious purposes, like file with the government, provable religious purposes, is highly illegal.
And very hard to get, yes.
But then again, Chris also said that they were growing it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's weed.
The answer here is once again going to be no. Once again, a highly controlled substance along the lines of LSD.
I like.
Oh, come on! I can make.
I like Lita's idea. I like Lita's idea of booze in a leather bag or something that they can use to make a fetish out of.
Wow, I am really just.
At which point, Trent will drop out his backpack and give it a good shake, and then unzip it, and all of the bottom shelf liquor just comes tumbling out. Is that gonna work for you?
Bottom shelf liquor.
Rot gut
Is
worst, like pop-off level bullshit.
Is any of it at least really crappy Irish whiskey?
Yeah, Alexandra looks
Nope.
at that and looks at Lita, and she says, "I'm not sure we want to insult him."
Yeah. I'm not sure
In case
either.
you haven't,
I think.
In case you haven't caught on about Trent's magical backpack, it gives relatively useful things that are just unuseful enough to annoy you.
Right. Lita will say, thanks for the offer and the thought, but I think that we'll go get a really good bottle of Irish whiskey.
I'll kind of just pick up the bottle and kind of just knock a little bit back.
Pungent, gasoline-smelling vodka. Like, how they got away with calling it vodka is a curious question unto itself.
If you drink that, plan on a headache tomorrow.
And I kind of just open my mouth and just let it slide back out.
If you drink that, be ready for detox.
And I hand the bottle back to Trent.
But Caroline looks at you and she's like, I don't think Rite of Cleansing can save you from that.
Lita will laugh and laugh. Oh my god, that's funny.
But it will
And
grow
after
hair on
I
your
get-
chest, apparently.
And after I get all of it out of my mouth and just like smack my lips a little bit and say, I think that's what you homins call paint thinner.
Rot gut. The nice term is called well drinks. Because they sit at the bottom of the well
I'm
of
pretty
the
sure my-
bar.
I'm pretty sure my gut would be rotting if I was in breed form. Oh, really? Wow, that's surprisingly cheap.
What?
Right.
Wait, what are surprisingly cheap?
Right. Level of the right.
Rights don't cost XP, unless their heist rules were to cost XP.
The rule is that if you can't find a teacher, you can spend XP for them.
Okay.
teacher, there is no XP cost.
Oh, okay. I think I know what I'm doing with this downtime.
Maybe we can convince them to teach us instead of having them just use it, because then we'll be able to use it on a later basis as well.
I mean, that's what I thought the goal was. But all right.
Oh,
I mean,
Hey, I'm glad we're on the same page.
yeah.
So first big pack mission, get some fucking booze.
On who are the two theaters on Sept?
The two theurges on Sept are. I have to go back to it. I know one of them off the top of my head, and that's Johannes Wright. His deed name is White Paws, and if you want to ask for the story, I can kindly give it to you.
Story?
And one is, I believe, Speaks with Ancestors, who's an antenna. Let me find it. Speaks with Ancestors, Ahmed Uktena Theurge Adran.
well, who's ready to go shopping then?
I'm going to avoid
Can-
the us girls shopping joke. She looked.
Great. Maybe, someone can actually teach me how to use this green paper it keeps saying Hamad's using.
Oh, it's fine. You don't have to use that. You can just give it to me.
I see a distinct flaw in your plans that show that none of you came from a red state.
Red state? Why would the state
What
be
time is it?
what?
And what day of the week was it just before it turned midnight? This can be an in or out of character question.
Oh,
it was
shit.
Sunday. It's
I forgot
after
that.
midnight.
Oh yeah, I
Congratulations.
remember. I'm
Blue
from
laws.
Oklahoma. I remember this.
Oh yeah.
Well,
There's no alcohol being sold right now.
Lita's gonna say, we can't get alcohol right now. It is Sunday,
Wait, what the fuck?
so it's tomorrow. Yes.
well,
We live in the Bible Belt. Liquor is not sold liquor is not sold on Sundays, and beer is not sold after like 10 p.m. or something like that.
About 11, yeah. And bars have
11,
to close
yeah.
about
So-
like midnight. Whatever the stupid law is.
What kind of
if we
backward
did,
heresy?
if we did have alcohol, though, he would more appreciate it on a day he can't buy it.
So
Kind of just look
Does
at
anyway,
any-
we must.
Does it,
Here are your options. I have laid them before you, and lo, you have alcohol.
Caroline. It can wait a day. Decent alcohol today. It will have to wait until tomorrow, and it can wait until tomorrow.
okay.
I am fine.
You're out of character. Your alpha has spoken.
Alexandra's sitting there like, I'm fine with Wayne, but what kind of fucking backwards ass fucking bull? Stop selling. What? How do they enjoy football? That's what I heard they like here.
You buy it
Before
on Saturday.
Football?
What the fuck? They don't have that kind of fucking foreknowledge.
Or they go to the bar, which can still sell alcohol, even though you can't buy it from the... I think it's just to help people line their pockets. They go to the government and they say, hey, don't sell liquor on Sundays except for this special place. It's kind of like...
Oh, yeah. Because so sports is used for a lot of really weird fucking profit purposes. Anyway, I am fine with waiting until tomorrow. She looks to Lita and nods.
Caroline will nod her head too.
Lita will nod back, satisfied.
Just was mad as fuck that that's even a thing. It stopped being about the rite of summoning. It seems like she's just mad that this is something that she finds dumb.
She'll go up to her and be like, hey, at least it's not Kansas and at least it's Kansas and not Arkansas. Arkansas, 3/4 of the counties are dry.
Ooh.
She's rolling rage and spending willpower to not friend her.
Anyways, Endurus is just,
Yeah.
standing there kind of looking really confused because, a lot of his questions have got unanswered.
Well,
We actually can't hear you. that
Oh,
well.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What were your questions? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you're speaking real softly.
Why is the state drenched in blood? What the fuck is with the Bible Belt? And,
Bible belts. And what else?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think those were the two big ones.
the Bible Belt is.
I think
where you
he
get above-
didn't he ask what football
What?
is too? Didn't he ask what football is too?
Oh yeah, he doesn't know what sports are.
Okay. So, Lita will explain. The Bible Belt means that we are... Okay. So, the humans have this really weird thing with their religion and forcing it on every single person. I guess we kind of do that too. But,
He got caught.
Difference is ours is right.
yes, anyway, they prohibit in this area of the country that encompasses a few states, they prohibit the selling of alcohol, hard alcohol, on Sundays. And the selling of hard alcohol can only be done in special stores called liquor stores. They cannot be sold on regular shelves.
Hard alcohol?
Um,
What are they making it with?
yes, like,
Steel?
I'm not exactly...
Well, seeing as it's hard, obviously my cock.
Oh, hold on. Remember what Matt squirted
Oh,
into my
goddamn.
mouth a few weeks ago? That is hard alcohol.
That's just alcohol.
That is
Okay,
considered
so
hard
the
alcohol.
fizzy stuff, beer, can be sold on Sundays, and the non-fizzy stuff, besides wine. Oh God, wait, this isn't working.
Hard thing with an alcohol content above
the more potent alcohol,
15%?
something like that. Yeah, the more potent alcohol cannot be sold on Sundays. It's just a weird thing that they have, and their religion, I don't know why, but they just don't want them to. It's weird. Anyway. What was the other question besides the sports?
Why is the state drenched in blood?
Oh, red state. No,
It's gonna,
that's
Alexandra
political affiliation.
perk her head up and look around and make sure there's no fucking pure tribes that heard that.
Right?
When
Caroline
he goes,
will
thumbs
say-
up, boy, let me tell you.
Caroline will smile and she'll say very slyly, she'll be like, well, what the thing is that we're all Garou and we make it red. We
Looks
kill our
like-
enemies.
Looks around for more, kind of starting to sweat now.
Okay.
I kind of just look at
so-
Trent and say, "Aren't you the Ragabash?"
She's gonna lower her voice, gonna look at Endures the Nightmare, and says, to a red state as a conservative state, which is a political affiliation, a human political affiliation. The liberal states are blue states. That the humans and us Hamids that grew up.
Are these states the actual color?
No, it's just to differentiate the different political affiliations from each other.
By the way, what the fuck is a state? Like, what?
Different regions. It's complicated. Oh gosh, I don't have the patience for this.
Then
We spent many years learning about this stuff in school. Most those of us that are Hamid did. We should have.
He's
Some
the
of,
gift
most of
that
us
keeps
could
on giving.
So it's this land is divided up into many different regions that we call states, and each state has their own leader.
So kind of like different
and-
packs. Or
Yes.
Seps.
Except on a well, actually no, it's more like seps. Yeah. Kin to seps. And each sept has, their packs within them. Each state has their own cities with their own, so they're kind of like the packs for the giant sept. And then all of the states and septs make up the large nation, kind of like us.
Okay. Yeah, what's conservative?
Just elected a giant orange man to be their president.
Caroline will just shake her head.
Shut up, Sean.
Orange man.
No.
No, is that a character? Shut up. No.
No.
The gift that keeps on giving.
No. Some game, please. I would appreciate that.
Yeah, out of character. Just tell me if this stuff starts to hit a little bit too close to home.
But I don't mind explaining the different political affiliations. I just really don't want the president referenced in the game.
Or we can come up with a different president.
Yeah.
Hashtag Cheney.
In another venue, Dick Cheney has been president for the last 10 years.
I'm fine with that alternate timeline where Emperor Palpatine literally is our president.
I mean, I'd like to point out how the fuck does he get past the 2-term limit, but okay.
Shush.
Okay.
It doesn't have to matter. But yeah, so I can describe the structure of the states. That is to equate it to seps.
He's also confused about the political parties. Like, what is liberal? What is conservative?
Caroline is groaning.
Anybody else want to tackle that one?
Alexandra will say it in each sept, in every tribe, in every grouping of Garou, there are differing opinions in which things should be done. You have experienced this, correct?
A little bit.
These political parties are groups of people that have taken on similar beliefs, and they push to make those beliefs a reality.
Okay, so they're starting to sound like rule workers.
Like, what now?
Damn it. Sean, out of character, what is the appropriate term for mages?
by the Garou. If you know what they are, the
Angel.
correct Garou term is will workers.
No, I actually just didn't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, sorry, I said
Like-
will workers.
Yeah, okay. And she'll be like, I don't fucking know. Maybe. she'll shrug. She's like, I don't know shit about them.
Speaking of will workers, she's changing the topic.
Something else that involves Gage Park. I'm going to throw a chair through a window.
I kind of look around.
Good thing we're outside. Shit. Oh.
Apparently, did you hear about my call on Sept?
Yes, I did.
Apparently, there is demons in town as well.
Demons?
Oh my god.
That is basically the only thing I can really describe because they have not banality, worm taint worse than a bane.
I kind of just look at Lita and then look at Trent and say, do you know what he's talking about? She.
I do. Something with the worm taint worse than the bane. Wow, that's a new level of trying for a BSD. Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so bad that I couldn't even hold in my... I threw up everything.
What did you do?
That's not good.
I just sensed worm because I was curious about this man who was following one of the sorcerers.
And you. Okay. Well, what about the sorcerer? Is he alright?
I have no clue. I just know that he was following him, and I felt that he was after this man for some reason. So I told the Sept. And told them that we probably need to kill this man on sight.
And I think I did like a Facebook post on the official set policy on this. If they ever find this thing, demon, they're still.
I'm assuming it's kill on sight, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. The sorcerer, if it gets in the way, but like this thing, yeah, super dead.
Purge with holy fire.
Yeah.
Hurry, we don't have fire. We have holy claws.
I don't know. You ask a Metis, they would definitely say they have holy fire.
Oh, okay. Okay, why
That
is
sounds
this
like you
thing,
guys got a lot of things on your plate all of a sudden.
why is this demon following this sorcerer around? Did the sorcerer summon it?
I have yet to determine that, but I sensed worm on him. He was only slightly tainted. But like that's normal for a mortal. But he told me that this man one day ended up on his doorstep and he just accepted him because he said he was interested in the man. Caleb Stone, by the way.
That sounds shady as fuck.
Hence why I went to check on the man that he said was outside this building area. Believe it's called the Gray House.
Okay.
And I went to go check on him. The man was being very inappropriate in the car. But when I did worm taint on him, that happened.
Which gray house? There are a lot of gray houses.
Is this demon an immediate threat to this person's life?
I would assume so with the amount of worm taint.
Okay, okay, look. Just because something is worm tainted, even if it's at that level of worm taint, doesn't mean that we need to kill it right now. If it's not endangering the life of the person it's following and the lives of other people around it, then that is something we can put on the back burner until the future, and we can deal with more pressing matters right now.
Yeah, that's understandable. I'm sorry. I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
No, I appreciate it. I don't think it's an immediate threat that we need to deal with right now.
How come this Caleb didn't deal with it?
He may be unaware? Question mark?
Perhaps.
He's all.
Do those people have a way of telling if things are, I guess, worm tainted or, bad? Do they have a way of telling those things?
I do not believe so, but I don't know a lot about them.
Then he may not have any idea. Just like a lot of humans don't have any idea that they interact with Banes and Fomori every single day.
Who does he hang out with? This Caleb. Does he hang out with other wool workers?
I would assume so, since he is a will worker. I mean,
Well, that's pretty odd. If he is a wool worker, he would be. I would kind of expect him to be at least aware or enlightened enough to know that this demon isn't what he says he would be.
I mean,
That is to say, if he is a wool worker.
Real talk. Whilst this does sound like an issue,
I'm not saying we go and try and solve it. I'm just curious.
As to what it's doing here, what it wants with them. It would be something worth investigating at some point, for sure.
but like our mine and Alexandra's pack leader have said, which she'll smile over at Lita, and she'll say, we have a lot on our plate at the moment, and it's not an immediate threat, so we have other priorities.
such as fucked up GMO strains, which I cannot wait to commit some vandalism and probably arson.
Probably arson. I thought it would be definitely arson.
It's definitely going to be arson. I'm not going to lie. Back in Cali, most threats ended in arson. In a couple of cases, began with arson.
I wouldn't expect anything less from our powerful Shadow Lord over here.
Oh shit! I was a cub at that time. That shit was great.
Well, you seem to have it pretty well set to burn down a section of campus, and that sounds like a perfectly colorful plan for your purposes. When you do get around to wanting to poke possibly at this demon thing, I think, as far as investigating the matter, I have a friend of a friend of a friend who might be able to help with that.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
How would he help?
Investigation and that sort of thing is his specialty when he's sober.
Well, so who wants to make plans about our university heist? She does this wink at both of them.
I'd hardly call a arson a heist.
This is the
This is not a heist. This
Okay.
is a seek it as this is seek and destroy.
Okay.
That's a good Metallica song, by the way.
Who's
Yes, it
ready
is.
for?
That's why I
who's
referenced it.
She's like, who's ready for our? Well, the only thing I can really think of is That's probably not a good word to say.
Come
Yes,
on, spit it out.
the immediate priority is the university, and we should definitely get a plan together and get that done very soon because school will be starting very soon. So we need to do it before it's completely overrun with students.
Yeah, well, I am not the alpha. I'm not even a part of the pack. I'll leave that to you, Lita.
But you'll be so I will take your input.
By the way, also, we can also plan for our journey for Hummingbird. Right? She's smiling. She's smiling pretty big at Lita.
I'm sorry, what exactly did she say? I forgot, I missed what she said.
We can also plan our journey to go meet Hummingbird.
Yes, for sure. Done before this, because this is a pretty pressing issue, but we will definitely do that soon. And
We all good?
oh, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and this has been a scene in Kansas.